It is a certain fact that not all Muslims are terrorists, but it is equally certain and exceptionally painful that almost all terrorists are Muslims. These aren't my words, but the person who said this was a Muslim journalist by the name of Abdul Rahman al-Rashid. My last video on immigration blew up. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room. I'm going to say something that most politicians, especially those running for office, won't say because they're too afraid it will hurt their campaign. Most would rather play it safe and stick to talking about border security and closing the borders. But the fact remains is the borders are closed under Trump. Tom Holman and his team have done a terrific job locking down the borders. So politicians are just saying something that's already happened that has no real action behind it. So win or lose, I'll be the first one to say it because it needs to be said. Radical Islamic ideology is not compatible with Western societies, and certainly not with our Christian values. It clashes on individual freedom versus submission, gender equality, religious tolerance, and our constitutional republic versus theocracy. The only logical solution is to halt and suspend immigration from countries dominated by this radical ideology. We need to completely overhaul our immigration policies and only allow people from countries whose values align with ours. This has nothing to do with skin color, race, or ethnicity, but everything to do with culture. Assimilation was a key point in my last video, and many from these backgrounds simply won't assimilate fully. In 1991, a Hamas-linked Muslim Brotherhood board member wrote an 18-page document outlining their strategy to destroy Western civilization from within, using our own freedoms, like free speech, lawfare, education, and politics against us. It was called Civilization Jihad. The plan was simple: to form separate communities, build institutions, grow political power, implement Sharia law, and sabotage us using our own tolerance. It united 29 organizations, including the Muslim Students Association, to drive anti-Israel activism on campuses, push oppression narratives, and popularize pro-Palestinian and pro-Hamas views among progressives. This wins democratic support through oppression ideology and human rights claims on Gaza, winning them votes and donations from growing Muslim communities throughout America, especially in Michigan and Minnesota. Look at Minnesota right now. Billions in tax dollars stolen through massive fraud in Somali communities. Hard-earned American money diverted where our own people struggle. Any criticism gets labeled as Islamophobia. We've seen the consequences in attacks like 9/11, the Pulse nightclub in Orlando, Paris and Nice in France, and the train bombing in Madrid, Spain, where thousands were killed by Islamic terrorists. It needs to be said again. Not all Muslims are terrorists, but almost all terrorists are Muslims. They call us Islamophobic when we push back. The word implies that we're afraid, but here's the thing. We're not afraid. We're actually sick of it, and we've had enough. There are about 50 Muslim-majority countries, yet 46 of them severely restrict or refuse Palestinian refugees from permanent settlement. If they won't let Palestinians in, why should we? What do they know that we don't? It's time to put our foot down and reserve America for those who love our republic, adopt our values and culture, and want to become fully American by choice, regardless of race or ancestry. It's time to close our borders to those who don't share our values and are only here to invade and destroy us from within. I'm Nick Trena, and I didn't fight Islamic extremists in 3 different countries to allow them to destroy us from within. I'm running for Congress in Texas' 8th District. The establishment is the Goliath in this fight, and they're doing everything they can to stop me because they know I will rock this boat. I will stand up for we, the people, in the trenches, and not the cowards in the castle. We will win this fight because I know American-loving patriots like you have my back. And when I get to Congress, this bullshit ends.